Hello, it's a Champions League preview. It's John Gibbons here with Phil Blundell. We're on the pier head, just a stone's throw away from our office, and it's a reminder of what all these Inter fans have got to look forward to. Phil, one of the reasons I love being in Europe is we get to show off our city to people across Europe. They come here, they have a good time, they spend the money, but they get to see just how gorgeous it is today, especially on a beautiful sunny day like today.
They do, and it is a fantastic city, isn't it, ultimately? Like, the waterfront is up there with anything on the planet, really, isn't it, in terms of the buildings that you get behind you. It's something to see. It's something to see. We go away in Europe ourselves, don't we? And it's always nice that you get to see new cities. I mean, they've obviously Inter have played Liverpool before, but it was what,
65?
Well, played in 2008.
Oh, of course,
as well.
yeah, I went to that.
So yeah, there's a lot of people who'll be coming here for the first time, and that's the one good thing about going away in Europe with football. You don't get to choose where you go, and you sort of just stumble upon places, and you're like, wow, this is good, isn't it? And it's obviously it's a famous city, but it's quite one of those places where I do wonder if there's I'll go there at some point, but I'll go somewhere else. It's UK, it's London, it's fine. I'll go, and then they come here, and it's like, what a treat, what a treat. And we get it the other way around as well.
Yeah, we do get it wrong round. There's a famous quote from Murray Evans: "The Liverpool without European football is like a banquet without fine wine," and that's what it feels like. And I think it feels for Europe as well that Liverpool haven't always been there in sort of our lifetime, but now we're on a really good run under Jurgen Klopp of getting to these latter stages of the competitions. For the Inter, of course, it's a little bit sort of new for them. It's been a while, but they come here to Anfield, up against it must be said. And I was reading up a little bit of on this game before and realised it's a year to the day since we lost against Fulham. And it was on that terrible run of 6 home defeats in a row in the league, and it was a real dark time in the world, dark time to be a Liverpool fan. We weren't able to go and help them and support the boys, but I think they deserve great credit for the run they've gone on since then, Phil, at home, to make Anfield a fortress again, and that's what Inter are up against tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think you said before we came on, it's something like 21 undefeated since then, isn't it?
No, it's 28 undefeated.
28 undefeated,
21 wins, 7 draws.
Right, sorry, we got the specifics right in the end, but 28 is a lot. 28 is a lot. I mean, what was it?
Especially when you've lost 6 in a row.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a dark period, wasn't it, football-wise? It was just no fun whatsoever. There was, obviously it's bad enough when you're not able to go, and I know a lot of people watching this don't go anyway. But
they still want the people
exactly.
Yeah.
But we're obviously very privileged to do it. But when it gets taken away from you, it loses something, and gets even worse when you lose them 1-0. We weren't even scoring in these games. In these 6 games, we lost 5 of them without scoring. The other one's a penalty in the game that we got beat 4-1. So it's not even like it was particularly interesting, was it? It was just miserable. And the transformation since then is incredible. We're obviously unbeaten at home in that time. It's 2 defeats away from home as well in all competitions as well. And we've won 7 in the Champions League since. We've won, obviously, it's 3. I forgot Real Madrid away, didn't I? But that doesn't really count. Who cares? There's just a lot of good stuff that's happened since then, and it's good that we can just write it off as something that happened and didn't carry through and transpose itself on everything, really.
And how hard they had to work to turn that round just to qualify for the Champions League, and then how well they played in the group stages, all makes me feel that they're not going to rest on their laurels in this game. So any hint of the fact that Inter might catch Liverpool napping. We watched the press conference before, and I thought that Fabinho was focused. He rightly pointed out that Inter Milan played really well in that first half. In fact, I think he said that he felt Inter Milan had played better than Liverpool, but Liverpool took the chances, and that's what big teams do. And it's a reminder, Jurgen Klopp was talking 2-0, a dangerous scoreline. For those who know Sutty's dad, big shout out to him. Never knew the two. Have you ever seen the two of them in the same room?
No, never. You haven't actually. It's a fair point. I mean, I was having a look, and I think in the time that Klopp has been at Liverpool, there's one team who'd have taken that to extra time.
Yeah.
And one who'd have won.
Yeah, it's
and
not
it was
true.
Both in that miserable period. I mean, and I'm talking,
I think the point we're trying to make.
I'm just talking about literally games at Anfield, and sort of demonstrate the task at hand for Inter is something that not a lot of teams do, because teams occasionally come to Anfield and win. To win by 2, which obviously takes it to extra time, is difficult. To win by 3 is something that just happens once every few years. It was the only time it's happened under Klopp is that Man City game last season, and that's almost so alien to normality that you can just throw it out the window and forget it even happened. So listen, it's not like we just turn up and walk on the pitch and go, all right, this is done, we've got to work for it, because they score first 20 minutes, you suddenly go, oh, hang on, it's a problem. So they've got to go out there, they know they've got to be professional, they've got to deal with the job at hand.
Alright, the Reds, thanks for watching a little bit of a premium Anfield Wrap video there. If you want to watch the rest of that show and get access to much more, click join below. That activates our YouTube membership. It means you get a premium video every day of the week. You get our post-match content, you get reviews, previews and exclusive interviews, all here from the heart of Liverpool. Follow us, follow them. Up the Reds.